it was good.
Yeah, it was productive, I think.
Yeah, it was productive.
Okay, I think it's really hot in your area right now because you are sweating, I think.
No, it's not hot here. Before I attend this live session, I was, like I was doing some stuff, so that's why, it seems like my body is sweating.
Yeah, and also because of the humidity, sometimes it happens.
Yeah, humidity.
Yeah, it happens with me also a lot of times, and especially when it rains exactly, and after the time of the rains, the humidity, it becomes really hot, and you just start sweating a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like it's really, it's a good season. It's a good weather, but because of the humidity, we face the same kind of problem like we face in summer time.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens a lot of times. So, have you gone through the topic that we have to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time I go through the topic, but today I couldn't go through the topic.
No problem. It's just a kind of like impromptu topic or a kind of impromptu speech for you right now.
Yeah, well, I think it was about time management or something. So I don't think it's a big topic. We can talk about this.
All about time management. I think it's just a kind of very normal topic that a lot of people used to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just coming to the topic, how do you analyze the importance of time in your life?
Well, time is really important in everyone's life. Like we can talk about all the living beings. Uh, like it's like humans to all the creatures on this earth. The time plays crucial role in everyone's life. Actually, I mean, we can categorize time like life. If you have time, then you have life. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please.
Time is exactly one of the most important thing, and we can never lose the time. I think time exactly, used to go in the forward directions. If once we are gonna lose the time, it's forever. Like we can't get those time back in our life. So it's really important, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And we also don't have time machine. If we would have time machine, it wasn't that that challenging. We could go back to the time and we could
And
correct the mistake we did.
yeah, and I also watched the movie. I don't know exactly the right name of the movie. It was like Time Machine or something like that. In that particular movie, the hero used to have a watch in which he can manage all the time system. I think whenever he wants, he used to get back into
Yeah,
the and he can watch all the futures and also freeze the time. That was exactly a kind of very interesting movie.
yeah. I have also seen that movie. I mean, if that happens in the reality, no one will have any kind of problem actually. So that is just the part of fake and virtual world. You can say that.
Absolutely. It's just a kind of creation. It's just a kind of very unique thing. And it's not possible exactly in real life to create those sort of watches and just to know everything about your past, freeze your present, and get back into your past and everything. It's not possible exactly in this generation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, up to some extent, even if we work on technology, it might be possible that we can know about the past. But getting into the past, like I myself, if I get into the past, that isn't ever possible. I think so.
Absolutely. We can exactly imagine about the things that we did in the past, but it's not possible to get back into the past. It's
Yeah,
not even possible, and it's also not possible to freeze your present, to freeze everything which is happening around you, or to know everything about your future. I think these sort of things is not possible.
yeah, but it's not only about Bollywood movie. It's also happening in Hollywood movie. Like I have also seen these kind of movies in Hollywood actually.
Absolutely. I don't used to watch a lot of Hollywood movies, Or I had, seen a few of them, like Fast and Furious was my favorite series. I love watching that series. I think I had watched all the episodes of Fast and Furious.
I haven't seen that. Would you suggest me like its content? What sort of content it has?
I think it's just a kind of movie where you can have a lot of actions about the car, about different kinds of things. And especially, I love movie, in which there are a lot of actions, lots of heroes, lots of cars, and everything. That was exactly the only reason I prefer watching that movie, and I watched it a lot of times, I think.
Yeah, actually, like I haven't been watching a lot of Hollywood movies, but sometimes I do watch Hollywood movies. And I truly believe that when you watch Hollywood movies, you get some lesson about science and like because most of the Hollywood movies, these are based on like science and scientific this sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, a lot of time Hollywood movie gives us lesson. Hollywood movies give us lesson.
Absolutely. In Hollywood movies, there are exactly a lot of fake scenes, a lot of fake creations, but at the same time, they are created in such a way sometimes you just realize that everything is happening is absolutely correct. There is nothing fake in this. I don't know how exactly they used to do those sort of things, but exactly when you watch it, you will realize that it's happening exactly in reality.
Yeah, because whatever scene they create in Hollywood movie, they give perfect explanation for that. But at the same time, if we talk about Indian serials, they bring the moon down to the earth, and there is no explanation for that. So
It
yeah,
happens in Bollywood. And it exactly depends on the budgets that you're having to make a movie. Hollywood, directors and producers, they used to have a very high budget of making
yeah,
movies, and the actors are also really high. So their movies always used to seem really realistic.
yeah. Exactly. It depends on the budget as well. Like we can also compare the Bhojpuri movie and Bollywood movie. So yeah, it matters because of budget.
Yeah, it exactly depends on the budget. Because the more you're gonna have in your pocket, the more beautiful scenes you can create, the more beautiful stunts and dangerous stunts you can create. So I think it's exactly depends on your budgets that you're having.
Yeah. All right. So I think we are moving out of topic. Yeah. I
Sorry,
think
you said
I
something.
think I think we are moving out of topic. We were to talk about time management, but now we're talking about Hollywood movies.
Yeah. Okay. Coming back to the topic, I think just I wanted to ask you that please elaborate your experience of the importance of time, especially in the exam, train, etc. Just elaborate
Yeah,
something that you experience.
exactly. Our time plays important thing. We shouldn't ever procrastinate our work. Like I can take reference of myself when I was in 12th standard. At that time, what happened? I studied a lot in the 2 year duration. I studied a lot, but at the last time, I had no sufficient time, and I had to revise all of them. So unfortunately, I gave up actually. So that happened because of time, but I cannot only blame time actually. I also have to blame myself as well. So, because I wasn't able to manage time in a right direction in a good way, I couldn't get into big college. Like I couldn't crack the mains examination, advanced examination, and still I feel sad for what I did.
Absolutely, because once you just wasted your time, you always used to regret about what you did and what you did. I think it happens with a lot of persons. So tell me exactly, importance of time, especially in the examinations when you are in your exam or when you are exactly getting late for your trains. In exactly those sort of things, you came to know about the importance of time.
Yeah,
That how
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I still remember one of the incident of my life when I was to be in examination hall, and I went out of my house early in the morning, but still there was traffic in the way, so I got stuck. I got stuck in the way, and because of that, I couldn't reach to the examination hall at the right time. So what happened that they were not allowing me to enter in the examination hall, but however I tried my level best and somehow I managed to enter in the examination hall. So yeah, I mean that day I realized the importance of time, that because of few minutes I wasn't able to enter in the examination hall.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially when you are in an examinations, like around 3 days ago, I was having my competitive examinations, and the time period was of around one complete hour. And when you are exactly in the examinations hall, you even don't realize how quickly the time used to pass out. You are just making one question, and you are exactly taking more times than exactly you required. Because
Yeah.
whenever I have my mock test, I used to do everything on time. But when I was exactly in my examinations hall, I always used to get late for all my, sectional and everything, the questions that I was about to make. So it was exactly a kind of, experience for me, that how time is important for you, especially in the examinations hall.
Yeah, exactly. I truly believe that when you have some aim in your life, when you have some aim in your life, you must have uh, done time management. Otherwise, it's really become difficult to achieve the aim that you have kept. I truly believe that a person without time management is somehow he or she isn't truly focused on his or her dream actually. And also you can say that just traveling on the boat and doesn't know the seashore, just traveling. So yeah, I mean perfect time management is required in everyone's field.
Absolutely. And if you're having a perfect planning according to the time, then you can exactly reach your goal in a very comfortable way. You don't have to suffer a lot. You don't have to struggle a lot in that course. So I think time management exactly is the most important things that every person should have in their life. A proper time management is required to achieve every goal.
Yeah, I can give you an example here. A displacement plays a role in physics. You know, displacement is the shortest way compared to the distances. So the same thing can be time management to reach your goal. Time management is something like displacement if you want to reach somewhere in the shortest time. So for that, we have to focus on time management as well.
Absolutely. So, like, how to exactly get the idea of importance of time? What do you think about it? How to exactly get the proper idea, of the importance of time?
Uh, well, I couldn't catch your question clearly. Once again, please.
I asked that how to exactly get the idea of importance of time. Like, it happens with all the people a lot of times that all kinds of incidents exactly happens to you when you realize exactly the importance of time, that how much time exactly important for you. So that's what I'm asking you, that how to exactly get the idea, like how much time is exactly important for you.
Yeah, exactly. Some incident that happens in your life, they always inspire you to make time management. Um, uh, and a lot of time, a lot of things have happened in my life, and because of that, now I try a lot to not procrastinate any of my work, and I always try to do my work at the right time, at the perfect time. And I still remember before 12th standard, I was thinking that I will start doing study from this day that day, but finally I started doing study after 3 or 4 months, and because of that I couldn't get good marks in the 12th standard. I got good marks, but I got more than 85%, but that wasn't sufficient what I was expecting actually.
Absolutely. I think, you know we are never supposed to, delay anything or procrastinate anything. That's the most important thing. When you do everything on time, you feel really happy, you feel really satisfied. It happens with me for all the time, because whenever I used to be, on time, or I used to complete every works of mine on time, I used to feel really happy and enthusiastic. Like, yeah, I had completed this on time, then I have to move to my next target that I'm having for the day. That's really important, to complete everything on time. And when you complete everything on time, the things, becomes even much more easier for you to get completed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm agree with your point.
Yeah. So overall, how will you explain that time is the most precious or important things in our life?
Well, for that, I can give you the example of life. Well, more you have life, that means more you have time. So, I mean, if you want to achieve something in your life, and after that, if you want to enjoy your life, like you want to get a goal in 3 year, or at the same time, you can get the same goal in 5 year. Why to not make a time routine time, why to not do a time management that we can achieve the same goal, same destiny, and same like same thing just in 3 years. Then here we are able to save 2 year. Okay. And that 2 year, like, we can enjoy the life, we can do a lot of things in that 2 year. Yeah, because at the last time you realize that I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, but I couldn't do because of less time. So if you manage your time in a good way, then you will never have this kind of complaint in your life. And you will you will feel that your life is completed. Now your life is completed. Whatever you wanted to achieve and whatever you wanted to do in your life, you did all the things.
Absolutely. You know, like, the very first thing that is really important for every person in this world to understand the importance of time. And even my parents always used to suggest me or say me that this is the time when you should do hard work. You should work a lot for your goals, because once this time will pass, you're never, gonna get these sort of times again in your life. So this is the time when you have to give your 110% to your study, and you have to achieve your goals in a very less span of time. Because a lot of people used to regret past that they didn't do those sort of things. They didn't work or study really hard. If they would have been studied really hard, then they had achieved a lot of targets in their life. So we should always try to manage our time efficiently, and so that we can do everything on time, and we don't have to regret in our coming future.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it happens with a lot of person that they feel regret after they waste their time. Actually, I mean, right now, even at this stage, sometimes I feel regret about what I did in my past. But again, I got some lesson from what I did in the past, and I don't ever try to repeat the same mistake that I did so far. So yeah, I mean, it sometimes it gives us lesson what we do in the past, and by taking lesson, now I am, I'm trying my level best to have time management, and sometimes I change it when I think that, okay, this is not the perfect one. I have to do something more, and I have to change this time routine. Then I do that actually.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. So it's around 19 minutes. So I think this is the time for my feedback. So, you are not making a lot of mistakes that I have to note down in my notebook. So I had, not mentioned anything in my notebooks. You're speaking really well. You're speaking really fluent, and you were just making a little mistakes that I had just noticed, especially in the preposition section. What I had noticed exactly that, like, one of the major mistakes, you said enter in the office. Like, you said some words where you used enter with the preposition in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the perfect use of preposition actually. Yeah.
So when we are using entered, we can simply say I entered the office, I entered that place, I entered this place. So we are not supposed to add prepositions after enter.
Oh,
Yeah. And just a very subtle mistakes you are making, especially with the preposition sections. So this is my suggestion for you, just to work a little bit more, especially on the preposition chapter, and just try to know the use of all the prepositions that were to use, what kinds of prepositions, and that's going to help you
yeah,
the in a beautiful English without
yeah.
making
I
a
will
lot of.
do that. I will do that. I have got same kind of complaints with a lot of person that I do mistake while using prepositions. So yeah, I will work in this area. Actually, today I will go through this chapter, and right from tomorrow I will not try to repeat this mistake again. Yeah,
Nice. So yeah, this is the time to wrap up these sessions, and hope we're gonna meet soon in the coming days.
yeah, definitely we'll meet again.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day.